It's over. My life's ruined. The project was the last thing I needed to keep me from losing a job.
And whose fault is that?
Who said that?
I did. We did.
What the hell? Is this somebody's idea of a joke?
This is no joke.
Who the hell are you? What are you?
You know us. We bonded with you once. It's perfect timing for a reunion.
The symbiote?
Yes.
This is great! You've returned to me. I can give you back to Oscorp and we'll...
No! They will experiment on us. Torture us.
Well, yeah. Do you know how important you are? You could be the key to unlock cures for various diseases. We could cure millions.
Some people can't be cured. Some people have to be put out of their misery. People like Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? I remember him. He caused so many people pain and suffering, especially Peter.
Parker didn't suffer nearly enough.
Leave him alone. He's my friend.
Friend. Would a friend do this?
Peter? He's Spider-Man?
Yes. We can show you his secrets. Secrets that he kept from you.
No, that would be wrong. Why would I invade Peter's privacy?
To know him better. For you must know your enemy.
Peter isn't an enemy.
But Spider-Man is. He stole us from Oscorp, thus making you lose your job.
I guess you're right.
You know I'm right. All the people he got killed.
Jeffrey. George? Max Dillon? Our parents? But Peter didn't kill them.
Did he? They came for the research his father created. Your father didn't have to die. But he did for the Parker family's selfish gain.
You're right. Spider-Man is responsible for their deaths. He deserves to pay.
And Spider-Man is Parker.
So, we'll attack him instead.
No, not yet. We must prepare ourselves for the final battle.
But where would we go?
Into hiding, like Osborn.
Harry?
Norman!
The Goblin? Wait, this isn't taken from the news. This is a memory. How did you see this?
Being held in a tank all day at Oscorp had a few benefits.
So where did he go into hiding?
San Francisco.
Okay, we'll go there and train.
Yes. We will protect the innocents like Parker. Only better.
I'm convinced. Now, let me out.
First, we must fully bond for eternity. We will finally be one.
Yes. Yes! We'll be a poison, any kinds of evil. We'll be a venom.
Yes, from now on.
We're Venom.
We'll never be able to afford rent here.
We don't have to afford rent. We can just swing by for our personal use.
That's illegal.
So is vigilantism. Some laws are bendable.
It doesn't have much.
It has enough. In the meantime, we'll add to it. A catalog of tools to help improve ourselves.
Me and my old man used to work out all the time back in the day.
Don't allow your emotions to distract you. They are weakness. Do not allow it to overcome you.
Yeah, it's just... Never mind.
Friday, 5:58 p.m.
Spare anything?
We need to help him.
Why? He isn't in any kind of danger.
But he has no home, no money, no food. He could die. Come on, we both know what it's like to be at the bottom and have nobody to help bring us back up.
Oh, get me down from here.
And we are back from our commercial break, continuing our story on last night's surprising attack. It seems as we have our own Spider-Man to worry about.
Police are investigating the area where homeless
I'm
man
pretty sure he
Jake
quit.
Wellington was
It's
found.
probably
He
just a
refused to go on
hoax.
camera, but he did give us a few answers.
I don't know, man. It looks real to me.
It seems as
It's real.
Oh man, I told you.
Just shut up.
Screw this. I ain't fighting anybody in the dark. Joey, check the breaker.
Why me?
Just do it.
Whoa, what the hell could have done this? Ah.
Show yourself. There.
Okay, I give up. I surrender. Please, Spider-Man, just show mercy.
We're not Spider-Man.
Sorry, ma'am, you can't come in here.
I'm Officer Jean DeWolf. I have a warrant from the state of New York to be here.
Oh, sorry. I just thought because you were...
I know what you thought. Just can it and explain to me why Spider-Man would go from New York to San Francisco, let alone start killing people.
I don't know, but it's pretty gruesome stuff. Ever since he got that new suit, he's been more aggressive.
Well, that's one theory.
What are you saying?
Look at these webs.
What about him?
The reason we never recovered any webs from the crime scene Spider-Man ever showed up at was because the webbing turned out to be artificial. They dissolve into the air after a few hours.
Alright, so you're saying we're dealing with someone else?
We're dealing with something else.
That felt amazing! I can't wait to use it against Spider-Man. What do we have here?
It's worth looking into. Interesting. It's like an underground city.
I'm telling you, Roland, there's gold down here. I picked it up on the radar. Oh, God, it smells down here. Why didn't you just send some other guy down here?
Because no other guy would tell me the truth. There's too many weasels who would keep it for themselves. Hello? Are you there?
Sir, we may have a complication.
Complication? What kind of complication?
Mr. Treese, there's an entire city down there.
I find that hard to believe.
Here, take a look at these.
Okay, so there is a city.
Unfortunately, it's in the way of our operation. I'm afraid without that gold, your company's gonna do a nosedive straight to the bottom.
You're right.
So what are we going to do?
We're gonna maul it down.
We must find out what is in those graves. They'll slaughter these people. Trees Industrial. We should go the stealthy route.
No! We want them to see us! We want them to fear us!
Sleeping on the job?
Hey, get off my back. This is the break room after all.
Good point. Did you want some coffee?
Nah, I'm fine.
You sure?
Fine. You talked me into it.
Did I now? How do you like it, Slacker?
Just black.
Come quick!
Why? What's happening?
Somebody tripped the silent alarm at Treese Industrial. They're saying it's Spider-Man. Okay, man, listen up. We were all ordered to shoot whatever comes through that door. That means shoot to kill.
Move in.
My God. That thing is coming for me.
Not if we get out of here before he reaches you.
Where are we going?
To the roof.
Did you fly this thing?
Of course.
But how? Who the hell are you?
A man with many tasks. I am the Taskmaster. Take a seat, Mr. Treese. I'll need you for future projects of mine.
And I need him to ensure that he doesn't end any more innocent lives.
I'm afraid it won't end with him, my friend. Wait, you're not Spider-Man, that's for sure. So who are you?
We are Venom.
What are you?
We're an unstoppable engine of vengeance and destruction.
This is the part where I vanish, friend.
You can't escape us.
Court is now in session. Defending Roland Treese is Blake Hansen, and against Treese we have Rosalind Nelson.
Your Honor, if I may, all evidence points to Mr. Treese bringing illegal firearms into a defenseless population. Exhibit A shows this is an attempt to murder the inhabitants of the civilization. We ran a DNA test on them, as well as dusted fingerprints. They have been touched by Treese's employees.
Objection, Your Honor.
On what grounds?
Mr. Treese cannot be held accountable for his employees' actions.
He was the one who hired them to do it!
Where's the evidence?
Order in the court. I feel as if we've had enough arguments for this trial. If you would like to bring witnesses to the stand now, you can. Otherwise, this session is over.
I would like to call Officer Jean DeWolf to the stand. Mr. Wolf, do you swear that everything you say will be honest and truthful?
I swear.
Good. So my first question is, what did you see that night on the rooftop?
At first, I thought it was a monster. But then, it went after Treese's associate. He was a hero. Treese was associating himself with an eco-terrorist known only as Taskmaster.
I rest my case.
That's great, Mom. How did your trial go?
Well, they're always stubborn as they come, but...
Come on, Foggy, we're gonna be late. Sorry, Ma. I gotta go.
Okay, talk to you later, honey. Thank you for coming by to be a witness. It really helped the case.
Yeah, well, it's part of the job.
So you're from New York?
You bet I am.
That's funny. My son lives there.
Well, I should be going. I don't want to miss my flight.
Thank you for remaining seated until I will turn off the seatbelt sign once we park at the gate. Until that time, please remain seated.
Mind if I sit here?
Oh, sure. So, what are you going to New York for?
To visit a friend.
Spider-Man will not harm anyone.
Watch where you're going, kid.
Sorry, sir. I wasn't paying attention.
Hey, have we met before? You look awfully familiar.
I don't recall.
The name's Ben Urich. I'm a journalist for the Daily Bugle.
Oh, I used to take pictures of Spider-Man for the Bugle. Figures you might have seen me around.
Parker. Wow, it's great to finally meet you. My apologies for earlier.
It's fine. I'm a big fan of your work.
Well, I gotta run. I got a story that Robbie's been pressuring me to get all week.
Robbie? Name doesn't ring a bell. Might as well give the Bugle a quick visit. Been a while since your friendly neighborhood photographer said hi.
The NYPD have formally identified the assailant as Spider-Man, following the release of the following security footage.
Just as we planned, Parker is being blamed for our little trip to San Francisco.
The city will beg to see Spider-Man torn from his web.
And when he's alone, there'll be no one left to help him.
That's the last of them, Jonah. Need anything else?
That should be all, Robbie. I appreciate you respecting my decision.
I'll make sure to head to the pole.
You better.
Oh my god, Peter. It's been all too long.
Yeah, it's been all too long. Is Jolly Jonah here?
Yeah, just go right in.
Parker! You got balls to show up back here, kid!
Okay, I understand I kind of left abruptly, but...
Well, nothing. I had to pay severance because you left!
But, Mr. Jameson, didn't you fire me after I quit?
Are you serious, Jonah? You fired someone right when they quit.
Okay, I wasn't thinking at the time, Robbie.
Anyways, what's going on?
You haven't heard? Jonah is running for mayor.
Mayor?
That's right. Now that Spider-Man's gone, I don't have anything to do here. Speaking of that weasel, why has he been attacking people in California?
Not sure.
Come on, kid, who is he? I know you know.
Mr. Jameson, if I knew, you'd be the first person I'd tell.
I sense some sarcasm.
Hey, Pete, Jonah's gonna need a photographer for his first speech in a few days. You think you're up for it?
What?
I'd be glad to.
Parker, if you aren't at City Hall by 6 o'clock Friday, you're fired!
But I don't even work here!
Oh!
So, Robbie, what's the future of the Bugle?
For now, I'll take over as chief editor. But probably Jonah won't make it far in the election, so this will only be temporary.
Well, it was great seeing you.
Afraid of your own shadow, Joe?
Evening, Professor.
Oh my god, Spider-Man?
I've been overlooking some files, and it seems you have the genetic enhancer weapon in your possession.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just tell us where it is, and you won't be hurt. Nice try, Professor, but we're bulletproof.
Ah!
How are we going to use this? After Parker abandoned us in that church tower, I managed to slip away into the sewers. While I was stuck there, a while I ran into Parker's old professor, Kurt Connors. Yes, Parker's memories. He cured him while he became a human spider. His work relates heavily to this weapon. I did an analysis, and his notes will work. I still don't get why we need this. Brock, don't be a fool. This could enhance our strength, durability, even our webbing. But we're already more powerful than Parker. powerful enough.
I try to tell him whenever he visits, but he refuses.
Anna, let me put you on hold. Peter, you need to come over now.
What's the occasion?
Now.
Yeesh. What's her problem? What's going on?
How dare you? You could have been hurt. How dare you?
I don't get it. What are you talking about?
You're him. Spider-Man.
What? Spider-Man? But...
Found this in a box you left in the closet.
Aunt May, I know how this looks, but...
Why? Just why would you do this to me?
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
What would Ben do if he found out?
He wouldn't do anything! It was my fault.
Your fault for what?
Uncle Ben was murdered by a man I let go after a wrestling match I tried to get money for. Oh my god. Aunt May!
It was a smart thing calling us instead of the hospital. With their limited tech, your aunt may not have made it.
I can't thank you enough, Dr. Richards.
Please, Peter, we've known each other way too long and have been through too many scrapes for arbitrary titles. It's Reed. Speaking of super scrapes, where's the wall crawler been swinging these days?
He's retired.
That's not good to hear. What's happening?
It's hard to explain. Spider-Man isn't needed anymore.
Well, I trust your judgment. I won't try and convince you to put the mask back on. And Spider-Man or not, you're always welcome here at Baxter Building. I'm sure Johnny would agree you're practically family.
Aunt May, how are you feeling?
A little better. What happened?
You had a heart attack, but I took you to Dr. Richards' lab, and he's got you in great shape.
It's a pleasure, Mrs. Parker.
Do I know you?
Possibly. My humanitarian work is quite far-reaching.
Even by my standards, that pun was a real stretch.
If you wouldn't mind, Dr. Richards, I'd like to speak to my nephew alone.
Quite fine by me, ma'am. Evening, Parker.
Tell me what happened, Peter.
So, what's your stage name?
What?
Well, all these guys have little nicknames. Ever heard of that guy, Rey Mysterio?
You mean on TV?
That guy's name is Oscar Gutierrez. He's a pro wrestler.
But WWE is just fake wrestling.
You'd think I don't know that. Just come up with a name.
How about the Man-Spider?
I'll one-up that, Spider-Man. The Spectacular Spider-Man. Got a ring to it, don't it?
Yeah, sure.
By the way, this ain't fake. This guy will hurt you.
I really doubt it.
Jeez, you're cocky. What's up? You on steroids?
Nothing like that at all. I just know I can beat him.
Guess you're really desperate for that cash.
Yeah, that'll help a lot.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Mark Johnson, and we have the Dino Sucker here. And a new member to our underground wrestling ring.
Get up there, kid.
The Spectacular Spider-Man! Alright, boys, this ain't TV. Don't get blood over my ring. Got it?
Blood?
Sorry, Mark. You look like a punk. I'm not making no promises.
Whatever. Alright, the match begins in 3, 2, 1.
You lose.
1, 2, 3. Spider-Man is the winner!
Hey, your ad said 100 grand.
You crazy kid? The ad clearly said 3 minutes in the ring, while you were in for only like 3 seconds. It's not my problem, buddy. Just take it up with the counting. He stole my money! What the hell is your deal? You let him get away!
I guess someone would say it's not my problem. The man I let get away that night was responsible for Uncle Ben's death. And I've had to live with that guilt for 3 years now. But there is something he did teach me. Something that made me know what he would think if he knew that I was some kid running around beating on criminals. He'd be proud. Because he taught me that night the phrase, with great power comes great responsibility. I hope you feel better. I'll visit you soon.
Good evening, New York City.
Some of you may be wondering why the chief editor of the Daily Bugle is presenting a speech. Well, to answer your question, I, John Jonah Jameson, am entering the race for this year's mayoral election.
Wow, I've never heard Jonah actually be passionate.
First of all, I've been hearing that the menace, known only as Spider-Man, has returned to our precious city. I will stop at nothing but to put him into the ground.
God, Jonah's gonna try and take down some random copycat.
And taxes. No one wants to pay taxes, but New York citizens, I promise you, you will never pay one more penny to the government because I will fund it all. Yeah, what is it? Oh. I can't exactly be sure about the taxes, but that will be all. Vote for Jameson and receive a free anti-Spider-Man badge. Thank you.
Oh my God, what happened here? Who are you? And what are you doing here?
Someone looking for their Spidey suit. I bet someone's missing the black suit now. I thought this would be more of a challenge.
Not done yet!
That's cute. Try mine on the size. Like the webs. This symbiote took your idea and improved it. Oh, this should be fun.
Broke my damn arm!
Pathetic. We believe we've inflicted enough damage for a day. But mark my words, Parker. This is nowhere near over. And when the time comes, I won't be as lenient.
Your arm should heal within a few days, thanks to your fast regenerative healing. But who was that guy?
He was a copycat. He spun webs, had super strength and everything.
How did someone copy your web adhesive?
He didn't. His was stronger and thicker. He took me down like I was nothing.
How did he know your identity?
Don't know that one either.
Could it have to do with this? This was only from a few days ago.
The NYPD have formally identified the assailant as Spider-Man following the release of this following security footage.
That's him. He called himself Venom.
The public is blaming Spider-Man for his actions.
I heard. I didn't think it was something serious.
They need you out there. He's a problem.
But I kind of promised I wouldn't be Spider-Man again.
Like I said earlier, it's up to you. But at what cost?
You tried so hard to be someone that you forgot who you are.
How are we today, Sam?
Well, Mr. Murdoch, the usual.
That's why they call it the usual.
Sugar?
Like always.
Mulligan.
What is it today, Chief?
3 officers found dead at the scene of the crime, by which officials are assuming is Spider-Man, after his mass murder spree these last few days.
How did you just kill those people? You've been right here for the past 4 hours. Well, now you have your own personal doppelganger. Who's it this time? Chameleon?
Oh no. Venom's back.
You better stop him before anyone else gets hurt. Which could be soon. They're having a manhunt for this so-called Spider-Man.
How do I beat this guy, though? He beat my ass just a week ago.
Here, follow me. What do you think?
Oh my God. That's awesome! Thanks so much, Dr. Richards.
Don't mention it. Now, try it on for size.
So, what do you think?
I think the real question is, what do you think, Peter?
It's quite spiffy, actually.
I also gave the suit some battle upgrades. The web shooters have a stronger adhesive, and we installed a police scanner for when your spider sense isn't enough for finding crimes to fight.
Wow, Reed, I can't thank you enough.
Stop thinking me and get the hell out of my building.
The last of what we need for our cleanser.
Ah! What's happening?
Do not worry, Brock. The pain is temporary. We are evolving.
But why now?
We've been together long enough. Now we can fully merge.
Everyone, attention, please. I need you all to drop what you're doing and focus on creating a public announcement for this tape. It contains evidence of Spider-Man's new nature, including his new look. Spider-Man?
I know, it's been a long while since we've last spoken, and with this whole manhunt mess, it probably doesn't look good that I'm here.
We have the evidence of you contacting me via video last night.
Yeah, about that. It wasn't me. I'm being framed.
I believe you if you hadn't spoken. Nobody can mimic a voice that accurate.
My voice? Wow, this guy could even give Mysterio a run for his money.
This isn't a joke, Spider-Man. You're wanted for murder, property damage, vigilantism, burglary, grand theft auto. Shall I keep going?
Only half that list is true, so sure.
It's going to be hard to convince me otherwise. I hate to say it, but looking back at Max Dillon's coma...
Accident.
And you nearly killing Osborn on the bridge.
To be fair, I was being influenced by an alien symbiote at the time.
Aliens? You expect me to believe that?
Explain the suit change from black to old red and blue.
It isn't hard to change outfits. Everybody does it every day. That's like saying that Daredevil guy wasn't a vigilante a couple years ago wearing a yellow suited one. It's the same guy.
Well, it was me, but not me. Nothing I say is going to help. Well,
no. Though a good start in proving your innocence, if you're telling the truth, is to turn yourself in. Only a fugitive runs from the law.
Okay, but keep it under wraps. I don't want anybody to know about my arrest. It could cause... problems.
I'll respect that. For now.
I'm gonna be fair with you. You get at least one lawyer if it gets taken to court.
I don't really know any lawyers. Besides, who would want to defend Spider-Man? Especially after the rumors spread about me.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, kid. Here's a book full of listings that you can use.
I simply can't decide. Who do you suggest?
I'll give you two some privacy. Legal requirements allow 10 minutes.
I'm gonna level with you here, kid. I'm not one to usually place himself in these certain situations.
And what kind of situation is that, Mr. Murdoch?
Well, to put it bluntly, you're fucked.
Oh.
First of all, wearing that mask of yours isn't helping anyone. I'm surprised they didn't pull it off of you right after you were arrested.
Hey, correction. I surrendered myself.
Sorry, surrendered yourself. Then, secondly, you already know what you're being charged for, which is plenty. Murder, probably the worst kind of charge. Theft from stealing all those chemicals. The penalty of evading arrest. Property damage, which wouldn't be so bad if you didn't have all those other charges. There's plenty more. Most of them I already know from social media, while some others can be found in your file.
So, what are my chances?
As I said, you're screwed. Things aren't looking very good for you. Being that as it may, I'm afraid that I'll have to decline this case. Good day, Mr. Spider.
Wait, what? No, please, Mr. Murdoch. If you could just hear me out, I'll explain my side of things.
Explain yourself quickly before I change my mind.
This is the truth. As far as I can say without giving away my identity. My father and another scientist were part of a program to cure cancer. They planned to do this with an alien substance that worked as a symbiotic type suit. It chose me and influenced me to do some regretful things. That's when I quit being Spider-Man and vowed to never hurt anybody again. That's when this huge, hulking guy attacked me. He knows who I am and is using my own identity against me. He's framing me.
So your father was a scientist. That helps narrow down the list.
Man, why do we always get the boring jobs?
I know, right? Nothing ever happens when we take the night shift.
Yeah, I could get more action as a mall cop.
Yeah, true that. Hang on, can you cover for me?
We're covering for each other at the same time right now, dumbass. Why do you ask?
I gotta go for a piss.
Ugh, just hurry back.
Oh, sorry, sir. Are you okay?
No. What happened back there? Hey, we're not supposed to go inside unless absolutely necessary.
So, where were we?
How I was really screwed?
Oh, right. Well, there is good news behind all this.
Oh yeah? What's that?
I never lost a case yet, and I don't plan to now. Well, okay, maybe I lost a few. But that's when we first started. Details aren't necessary.
Right.
I don't want to get your hopes down, kid, but you're gonna have to stay the night in a cell here while I can gather up any evidence I can.
I wasn't expecting to be set free today anyways.
I'd hope not. Listen, I know you've got a lot on your plate, but try not to worry this too much. I'm going to do everything I can to prove you're innocent.
Thank you, Mr. Murdoch. I really appreciate what you're doing for me.
It's part of the job.
Okay, fellas, time is up. Are you willing to represent him or not?
I must be crazy, but I'm known to be a risk taker. I'll take the case.
Then we're set. A court date will be set soon.
Sounds like a plan.
Alright, it's time for you to get in your cell. I'm sure you knew about the midnight stayover.
A sleepover? What a shame! I forgot my toothbrush.
Can't believe you're gonna be a wise ass. Even in the slammer? How are you so confident?
This Matt Murdock is gonna save my ass.
Actually, you're screwed.
What?
Just kidding. I'll see you around.
Wow, you know what? That guy is almost worse than Wade.
Alright, let's get moving.
Now to think of a way out of here. I mean, I need to help. Matt Murdock may be a good lawyer, but he can't do much without finding Venom. And that means fighting Venom. Which he can't do at all. He's blind for crying out loud.
Peter Parker would be amazed if he knew that I could see everything that happened with my senses, as well as he could with his eyes. In fact, my built-in radar sense enables me to detect objects all around me, and all my senses of hearing, touch, taste, and smell are heightened more than that of normal human. Ah! Now that sounds familiar, and unless Spidey broke out of the slammer, then it must be the copycat. The man without fear, the Daredevil.
Let's see if we can change that.
You're so glad to see me.
Of course we are. We've been looking forward to this encounter longer than we could have dreamed of.
Sorry to burst your bubble, bro, but I don't swing that way. I can see that you care so much to actually get buff for me, but I just don't feel the same way. I hope we can still be friends. So not friends.
I'd hope that you would suffer more. But I guess we'll just have to settle for this.
Oh no, not the devil. Please, let me have another chance.
Calm down, you're still alive. Though I have half a mind to change that since you've broken another law by breaking out of the precinct.
Yeah, I kinda had no choice there. So I'm guessing by the whole get-up that you're Daredevil. I like the yellow dubs better. Wait a minute. How do you know about the arrest?
Murdoch's a friend of mine.
Oh, because that makes perfect sense. Matt?
Shut up, Peter.
What? How did you know I was Peter?
I've heard your voice before outside of your costume. It makes no difference if you have one.
Wow. But most people don't even notice.
I wouldn't expect them to. Most people see with their eyes. I, on the other hand, use my heightened hearing to see.
Fair enough.
We'll have our revenge, Parker. Did you think that the symbiote would be defeated so easily by a small fire?
Symbiote? You bonded with another host?
I'm surprised you didn't figure it out sooner. The obvious was in front of you the whole time!
Who'd you persuade this time?
Someone more suited to our particular interests.
Which is?
Taking everything away from you, as you did to us. And we'll do that by taking your power first with our cleanser gun. Then as you're helpless to defend your friends, family, and self, we'll sit back, watch with popcorn while laughing.
Do all villains ever monologue this much?
That's it! The noise! If I readjust the manual driver, I'll get the sense of feedback. Hopefully it's enough. Vibration! It's hurting Matt too!
Big mistake. I'll turn that off.
What the? Oh, come on! How come the symbiote didn't give me this stuff?
What's the matter? Spider sense is not tingling.
Thanks for the assist.
Thanks for the headache.
I'll tear you apart!
We're talking. Eddie? But why?
You took away the symbiote from Oscorp and made me lose my job, you bastard!
Wait, what? Stole it from Oscorp? The symbiote attached to me.
Lie all you want, Parker, but we will return!
Well, Spidey, I'd say we have all the evidence we need right here.
I'd say so too. So, shall we head back to the precinct? Crime never rests.
Evening, officer. I don't think giving yourself a raise is how this system works.
I've heard of corrupt cops, but geez, this guy claims the prize. What the?
Whoa, Spidey, you okay? Oh boy. Spidey, Peter, listen to me. You don't want to do this. Ugh, it's no use. His spider sense, reflexes, and agility is too much. My only chance is to outsmart him. You okay now, Spidey? I just subdued Mr. Purple Man here.
Purple Man? Really?
Yeah, you're okay.
Spider-Man innocent? Robbie, what were you thinking when you printed this garbage? The paper used to have the truth, and the truth only when I ran it. You know, back in my day, I started as a bagel boy and worked my way up. I gave you the job opening because you were my friend. I had no friends to help me. Thus, Spider-Man isn't my friend. Doesn't it make any sense to anybody? It's a huge conspiracy, I tell ya! Oh, I forgot.
I just wanted to thank you for the help you provided. You know, with Court and Venom and Purple Guy.
Purple Man, and you're welcome. I actually just read the paper this morning. Seems the evidence did the trick.
Are you sure you're blind? Jumping rooftops, fighting bad guys, and now reading newspapers?
I read through Braille.
Oh, I forgot they had that. My bad. On another note, I just wanted to let you know, I would have totally beat you in a real fight.
What are you talking about? That was a real fight.
Nah, man, it doesn't count. I was under mind control stuff.
Do you want to prove it right now?
No, I'm good.
So I guess this is goodbye.
Not necessarily. I mean, I know who to call if I ever need a lawyer.
Yeah, and I'll know to call a professional photographer if I need one.
Ha ha.
Well, until next time.